Let me just say, this saved me. Yesterday started like any other day, but what I walked into when I got home was nothing short of an emotional apocalypse. I had barely closed the door behind me when I heard the unmistakable sounds of activity coming from the bedroom. Naturally, I thought nothing of it at first. Maybe my wife was watching TV. Maybe she was on a call or listening to music. But as I got closer, I started to hear something that, at first, didn't quite register. Then, I opened the door. I was frozen. There, in my waterbed, the bed we'd picked out together, the one we'd laughed about for hours before buying, was my wife, doing the horizontal mambo with another man. I didn't even know who he was. I think I went into shock right away, because it took a moment for my brain to catch up with what my eyes were telling me. I screamed. I shouted, but neither of them even flinched. They didn't stop. They looked at me. Yes, looked me in the eyes while they did it. The absurdity of the situation hit me, but it didn't make me feel any better. It only made it worse. The world around me seemed to tilt, as though I was stepping into a nightmare I couldn't escape. In an act of sheer panic, I grabbed my phone and called the one person I thought might offer some solace, my mother. She would know what to say, what to do. But as soon as she picked up, something strange happened. I could hear the unmistakable sounds of activity on her end, too. The same rhythmic noise, the same unsettling energy. My stomach twisted into a knot as I realized my parents were also engaged in their own version of the same betrayal. The sweat began to pour out of me. My skin felt clammy, cold, like I was suffocating from the inside out. I ended the call, my heart thundering in my chest, and without thinking, I fled. I ran out of my house, my feet pounding against the pavement as though I could outrun my own disgrace. I didn't know where else to go, so I ended up at my neighbor's house. Surely, I thought, they would be different. Surely, there was someone who could offer me comfort, some place where I could find a shred of peace. But no, fate had other plans. I knocked on their door, and when it opened, I walked straight into it. The sounds of love, or perhaps it was desperation, came from within. There they were, my sweet, well-meaning neighbors, just as entangled in their own tangled mess as everyone else. My mind chatted. The world seemed to spin faster, more uncontrollable than ever. What is going on? I thought. Why is this happening? In the midst of my spiraling panic, one thought emerged. This is my life now. As surreal as it was, I realized there was nothing I could do. It wasn't just the people I loved, or the ones I trusted. It was the world itself, doing what it always does, turning everything upside down and laughing as we tried to figure out how to stand again. I knew that somehow, somewhere, I had to find a way to rebuild. But for now, I simply stood there, in my neighbor's doorway, listening to the unsettling chorus of love and betrayal that seemed to follow me everywhere I went. What else was left but to laugh at the absurdity of it all?